morning. Oh, thank you very much for tuning in today. 7 a.m. tap in. And so let's just jump right into it. All of these weeks have brought us to this point. So a few weeks ago, I asked you to look at everything in your life or everything that's happening as an opportunity to learn something, right? Absolutely everything from the smallest thing to the biggest thing. They are all life lessons, right? We all have this school of life that we're going through. It doesn't matter what age you are and what it is that you are doing with your life. This is a life school, and we are learning every single day more about ourselves. And so if we can look at every single thing being a lesson, we're on the right track. Then last week, I asked you to compassionately shine a light on those darker parts of ourselves, those parts of ourselves that we deem unacceptable. Okay, shed some light, start to look at those darker parts, or those parts we thought as unacceptable, as a big portal into understanding more of the lessons that we came here to learn. And so I asked you to do this because ultimately, when we start to live our life in this way, this is when we start to understand on a whole deeper level, who it is that we are. That whole who am I question. These are the ways that we can start to understand who we are beyond our roles and our titles, beyond what we show the outer world, who it is that we are. We start to uncover layers of who we are, and also what it is that we truly want. Okay, and these start to come into light, into awareness, when we can look at everything, the darkness, the light, everything that happens to us, around us, for us, within us. Everything is an opportunity for us to learn something. We understand who we are on a deeper level and what it is that we want. And so again, when we can live our life in this way, this is when we begin to live our life in purpose, or live our life on purpose, or live our life with purpose. So this is what this week is all about. What is our purpose? What is your purpose? What is my purpose? And so we all came into this world with unique gifts and talents. Okay, we all did. They're not all the same. You have your talents you bring into this life. I have my talents that I bring into this life. But we all have something. There's not one person that doesn't have a unique gift or talent that they have that they can offer into this world. But a lot of people think this whole what is my purpose thing is like one big thing. It's like I'm living my life trying to discover what my purpose is in life. And it doesn't have to be one big thing. It can be a big thing, but purpose is made up of many little things. And every single day, if you sat down and you sat in that question, and just asked yourself, what is my purpose today? Because every single day, our purpose can change. Every single day, our purpose can change. So sit and take some time to ask yourself, what is my purpose today? And our purpose is in the choices that we make. It's not a purpose we're trying to achieve or trying to find or trying to discover. We can discover those bigger purposes, those bigger gifts and talents that we came here. But in order to really tune into what those gifts and talents are, we make choices every day to live in purpose, to live on purpose, to live with purpose. So this down to the choices we make. Every time you're living in purpose. Be more compassionate with someone, or more accepting to someone instead of judging someone or criticizing them. Then you're living on purpose. You're living in purpose. Every single time you choose to see an opportunity and an obstacle, you're living on purpose. Every single time you choose to appreciate someone or something instead of complaining, you're living on purpose. So this comes down to the choices that we make in our life. Every time you choose to see your darkness as an opportunity to learn something deeper about yourself, you are living on purpose. And when we can live our life in this way, we begin to see the bigger picture. We begin to see those talents and those unique gifts that we have. That's when we can start to go, okay, well, how can I share this out with the world? But we can't share this until we start to live every single day and every choice on purpose. Another really big being on purpose is every time that we choose self-care, we're living on purpose. And a lot of people think, well, no, my purpose is to take care of others. It's not to take care of others. It's to take care of ourselves first and foremost. And that is not selfish. It is living on purpose by taking care of you. Because when we take care of ourselves, we are better equipped then to help others, to care for others, to be there for others. But how can we do that if we're not there for ourselves or if we can't help ourselves? So self-care is living on purpose. So every single day you choose maybe something different. How can you take care of yourself today? How can you feed your body better today? How can you move your body better today? When we start taking care of our own feelings and our own needs and our own feelings and our own health, then we start to understand what our own passions are, what our own desires are, what those unique talents are that we have. Then we bring that into the world. Then how can I share these unique talents that I have with the world? Maybe you have the ability to see things from a different perspective and shine some light for other people. Maybe you have a beautiful green thumb or a wonderful way in the kitchen, and you can share those gifts and talents out into the world. Right? Maybe, I mean, for me, I know that my gifts and talents are in the teachings of, my fitness classes, my yoga classes, my meditation classes. I know I have a gift in being able to share that. Right? By taking care of myself first and foremost, I can then share what my gifts and talents are. So this is where you want to sit with it. It doesn't have to be that big old, what's my purpose? What is my purpose today? How am I going to show up? What am I going to choose today? And do it on purpose. Choose love over hate. Choose to be more compassionate or understanding over frustration and anger, right? Live in purpose by the choices that you make. And that is when you begin to understand how you can share what it is that you have in here authentically out into the world. Okay? So all things done in love are purposeful. All things done from a calm space of dealing. We're allowed to feel anger. We're allowed to feel frustration. We're allowed to feel fear. I mean, that's, honoring those needs. But then being on purpose is choosing to react from a calmer space instead of from that anger, right? So every single day, make a choice to show up in this world the way that you truly want to be. So when we set our intention this week, it is about, okay, what is one thing that I can do today to bring more, fill in the blank, like bring more love or bring more compassion or bring more acceptance or bring more, self-care into my day and into those around me. So when we show up that way in our day on purpose with that intention, I'm going to show up today in this way, that's when we authentically share our gifts and talents with the people around us, with the world around us. This is when we show up in service, when we can authentically share our gifts. But it starts with you. How am I going to take care of myself? What is the one thing I can do today to bring love into my day, to me, to others, or to bring acceptance to me, acceptance on those dark parts of myself I've always wished were different. So this is different for everybody because we have our own unique talents and gifts. But let's show up, set the intention to show up in purpose, on purpose, with purpose, to start making different changes to take care of ourselves first and foremost, so that we can be there and help others share our gifts and talents. And it doesn't matter whether you're, running a big corporation or you're, making lunch for your children every day. Show up in purpose, on purpose, with an intention to bring more love or compassion or more light or more acceptance or more attention into your day. Staff this in. And then let's see how that changes. How does that start to change everything in our life? Let's just begin to bounce. So maybe this is the way that you already live your life, or most days, or you do your best, right? We can't all, perfectly live it in this way. We all have feelings and needs that we need to honor and shake out. But when we set the intention, it allows us to pause in those moments when we may react in, an old way of being, an old way of reacting. March it out. Those of you who read my blog last week, you know that I used to live from a space of anger. That was my natural go-to. I was angry and I let everybody know about it. Let's lift up the opposite leg. But I didn't want to be that way anymore. So I had to set intentions to purposely, pause and say, okay, how do I want to deal with this anger that's arising within me? Doesn't mean I don't stand up for what I believe in or what I want or make my point known, but I come more from a space of love, of compassion, of acceptance. Okay, and come all the way down. But I had to embrace my anger. I did. I had to completely embrace my anger and ask myself, okay, what am I supposed to learn from this? What do I learn from this? And then I did. I learned. Let's rub our hands together, shake it out, and just tap underneath your eyes. Take a nice deep breath. Exhale out. And then you start to become aware of those darker parts of yourself that maybe you've been trying to hide. Come down to that collarbone and just say, I don't need to hide in this anymore. I need to bring some light to it. What do I get to learn from this emotion or this feeling or this darkness that I've tried to hide about myself for so long? And then you live on purpose. What is the one thing, coming to that thymus, what is the one thing, what is one thing, just one thing I can do today to come from a deeper space of love or acceptance for myself, for those around me? And it's in that we share our unique talents and gifts out into the world. Just tap that into your whole body. Get the energy going. Cross it over. Yeah. Have a wonderful week, my friends. Live on purpose. How do you want to show up for your day? And how can you use this new decision to show up this way to affect positively the other people around you? How are you going to take care of yourself first and foremost? Make it about self-care. Have a wonderful week. Thank you.